Alright, what's up, Dragon Brood? Today we're going to try playing some Smuggler Surprise, but mostly because we get to use the new Worldwagon, and I'm wondering if that's going to give us enough mana to let us go big on the upper end, because that seems to be the trend of where these decks are starting to go, and we have a few cool little pieces we're going to put in here to change this deck up. Now, we're still going to have the standard, what you'd call Smuggler Surprise mana ramp start, so we're still going to be playing Land of War Elves, no surprise. Of course, a full set of Smuggler Surprise, because that's the whole reason we're playing the deck. Armored Scrap Gorger. This is really the creature of choice here because, one, it gives us any color, but it also lets us remove stuff from graveyards, which is pretty key. We do get Glimpse of the Core as well. That can only go find forests, but that's fine. And Lumbering Worldwagon, so when it comes into play, we can go search for a land, which is great because it can almost guarantee we have double red, double, triple green, or whatever as we need it. But also makes us a big body and can make it easier for us to cast those 5, 6, 7 mana things that this deck really thrives on in case you don't get a Smuggler Surprise. Outcaster Trailblazer, also still very good. I don't know how much this is going to play into things since we have the Worldwagon, and honestly we might even want to just play an extra Worldwagon and only play 3 Trailblazers, but we'll see. Cactus Folk Sure Shot, I should say. We've played this in a couple of versions of the deck. It actually is really good giving other things haste. It allows you to do a lot of silly things, especially with some of the ways the deck has evolved over the last couple of sets. Terror of the Peak still really good. Can just be a finisher on the turn you get it, along with Calamity, just letting you copy those. Super sweet. We are playing some Overlord of the Boiler Bilges just in case we need some other ways to do damage, but realistically, maybe this is supposed to be another Calamity and another Terror of the Peaks, but we'll see. Then we have Rampaging Baloth. This is kind of the trend that these decks are going toward, especially since you have Lumbering Worldwagon that you can then crew an attack and get another land, which gets you another 4/4. So like they're all doing really good things here together. Vaultborn Tyrant. Yeah, this is also still very good and becomes easier to cast with the help of Worldwagon. So we'll see if this card is, of all the things, really able to carry us across the finish line. Now, if you've been looking for an update to this deck and you like the way it plays, don't forget there will be a link in the description. It'll take you over to Moxfield, our channel sponsor. But shout out to those of you that have been going over to Tales of Adventure. That's really helping out. I appreciate it. For those of you that haven't, need to check out toamagic.com. Use code DRAGON, DRAGN. It'll save you 5% on your order, and you'll be helping us get closer to hitting our goals of getting an editor. But for now, let's go see if these updates really are a surprise. All right, we'll try this. Honestly, I think instead of the Sure Shot, the deck might just need to play more copies of Boiler Bilges. I think might be one of the changes we make. So I think it just needs more removal in general, especially on the early turns. Yeah, we just attack here. Deep Cavern Bat, sure. I guess you get our Cactus Folk. That sucks. Yeah, would have been nice to cast that. The next best thing, I guess. Though I don't expect it to live very long. It'll probably just get targeted and they'll lose 3, gain 1 when they attack. Let's say, oh, I guess not. Alright. Can we find something castable here? Okay, technically, true deck. I should have been more specific. I'm going to hit that for 0. How do you like that? Pass the turn. At least here we can mill and put a couple things into our hand. Especially if it's like a land and a creature. Could be effective. Hopefully, though, our terror lives and then we can just see what happens at the end of turn. Nope, it is not going to live. I say that. We could protect it, I guess. Didn't really want to use this way, but got to do what we got to do. Okay, there we go. That'll do it. So we can just cast this straight up. We don't even have to waste Smuggler Surprise here, right? Really no benefit to having the creatures here. Or having the other creatures attack, I mean. We'll shoot you just to get you out of the way, I guess. And then we'll go ahead and juice that up. And go attacking. And shoot those all at the opponent, and that should do it. Alright, sometimes you just steal a win with this deck. Ooh, let's try this. We're on the draw, so I don't know how good this is going to be. Fable Passage. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and use a Fable Passage here. Go ahead and get a mountain now. Opponent just played 2 multicolor lands and did nothing and put an Elspeth in the graveyard. Feels like a lot to digest. Alright. Okay, we're going to pass. In a perfect world, we'd hit 2 key cards after they tap out for something on their turn. Speaking of which. And then we could surprise them. Literally, would be great. Don't even think we need to worry about... Oh, there's no other mountains to get. What am I talking about? I have other red sources in hand already. Let's mill. See if we find... Come on, bingo! No, we got a Worldwagon and nothing else. Brutal. That sucked. And we got another land, so we don't even have much to go. We actually drew almost all the basic lands out of the deck. That's tough. Man, that's hurtful. At this point, we might as well wait till we try to get to like 8 mana or whatever. And just try to do it all at once. Yeah, if the creatures die, like, whatever. Like, we don't care that much. It's not really going to be our route to victory. Alright, the last forest is now in play. Alright, we have Calamity. So we have parts of what could be considered a combo-y situation. Forge, fine. Like, ultimately, you'd want to get Calamity. Trying to think. If I were to flash Calamity in during their end step. Nah, that's not enough. Oh my gosh, really? Oh, this sucks. Alright, we're going to have to hit it next turn. That's kind of our only way out here. Actually, do we need 4, 5, 6, 7? We need 5, 6, 7. We really need 9 is the problem. Because we need to also be able to protect our Calamity is the issue. So if we can play it where everything also gets... Oh my gosh. Alright, next turn's going to suck for us. Okay. This could buy us enough time. Pass the turn. But this is kind of it. We have to try not to die this turn to something crazy. Since now that they have doubling season. Alright, so here comes 2 things. They're going to be 3 power, 4 power. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, sure. Yeah, we're okay with that. Because we don't win any other way. Like we have to hit something relevant off of the Smuggler Surprise. Or we truly cannot win. Alright. Sure shot. Hey, you're at least something. I don't think you're the card we need, though. Alright, so we're just going to get all the options. And hope one of these is Terror or... Oh my god. It would have been hard to be worse. Yeah, we can't win. That was awful. That was as bad as that was going to be. Yeah. All right. GG's opponent. Sure, let's keep it. Well, that's a thing you don't see very often. Any chance? I was going to say we could find a Llanowar elf, but nope. Aggressive, but can't hate you for it. Let's just do this. And then I guess if we really want to, we can either double Scrap Gorger or just kill a Wormlet next turn, which might be relevant. New Horizons. So you put a +1 on something. All right. And then they didn't attack with Wormlet. I don't know what's going on. I feel like I'm missing so much context here. And they have 2 cards in hand with 4 mana? I don't even know what we're trying to do here. I guess, I mean, you're probably not going to kill both of these next turn. So then we can just play Overlord. Alright, I mean, we're just going to go double Scrap Gorger, I guess. Alright, you have 5 mana. Kami, sure. Makes sense now, you're putting +1s on things. And they don't have any way to pump past that. That's very weird. Okay. So now we have a lot of information going our way. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. We could just do this and protect our creatures. Or we could wait and try to hit something bigger. I don't feel like we're under duress, which means we'll probably die to something stupid next turn, because, you know, it's how it goes. But this is just me taking a chance because I have no clue what the opponent's deck even does here. Alright, they're going to Fable. I mean, they already have every color mana, so this is just thinning the deck at this point. Sure. Okay. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, Halana and Elena. That matters. Put the counters on the Gold Vein Hydra, I imagine. Oh, no. Well, so you could put it on the Kami, too. That would work. Yeah, we're just going to take 5 here. I don't really know what's happening, so I'm like, I'll just take it. It's reasonable. This gives counters equal to the power and toughness. All right. Or equal to the power, right? Yeah. Okay, we didn't find another creature, but we have the ability to put creatures in play. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If we want to go all out. I think we just do it now. Because we'll get to load up our hand at least a little bit here. And we just go here, here, and here, and see if we just get lucky and hit what we want. Oh, excellent. I was going to say, I didn't really want to wait around and see what the opponent's deck was doing. Alright, lots of cards incoming, lots of life. Let's go ahead and kill this. Because that's probably the biggest issue. And a Smuggler Surprise. That's nice. Oh, and a Calamity. Excellent. Love to see that. All right, so now, even if something crazy happens and the board gets swept or whatever, we're in good shape with a surprise and a calamity. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out why they're playing Leyline. There has to be a reason. Doing the domain thing or something, but you don't just randomly have that in a deck list. All right, I'm just going to go for it again. Like, why not? Okay, fair. Didn't work out as well that time. But we still have Calamity, which is acceptable. More Worldwagon. That's fine. We're going to go ahead and put this here. And then move to attack. You can get in there because you'll become a thing. We don't really need you anymore. So yeah, sure. And then I think we just get rid of these two little ones. And then let the opponent figure out what they want to do with all the rest of that. So kill that. Kill that. God, we are good at drawing mana the last few days, let me tell you. I mean, they still have 5 mana of their own. Cosmic Rebirth, yeah, that's fine. Like, it gets to chump block, you gain some life. I mean, we're up to 26. They have 1 card in hand. We're not really under threat of anything. Yep, that'll do it. I guess I'm going to keep and gamble. Oh, no. Did not want to draw that. That might have been one of the worst things we could draw. Alright. Let's, guess we'll just get that mountain early. Oh my gosh. We're either drawing all the lands today or all the upper end. It's a rough go. I mean, if they have a discard spell, they got some gas right now they could go after. Whew. If we do this, it doesn't change anything. Yeah, alright. I'm just going to do this, I suppose. I mean, my guess is they're playing some amount of counters and then instant speed removal and stuff, so... You know, nowhere to run, that type of stuff. Ancient one? Yeah, that makes sense. Well, that did not work out at all. I should have just played the Glimpse of the Core and had the guaranteed mana last time. Alright, pass a turn. We're gonna hope to draw an untapped land next turn. And at least give us a chance of doing something productive. Nope. No such luck. Alright. Well, on the positive, we do already have 6, 7 if we want it / need it next turn. Wow. They didn't put anything in the yard. Either way, I think we wait to do stuff in their end step. It does make the Trailblazer a little worthless, but I don't think it's worth it for us to do stuff any other way there. Alright, let's flash some things in. Let's go 5, 6, 7, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep. Now it's just, I mean, we know Vaultborn Tyrants for sure are going to be one of the ones here. I'm just debating if I want it to be Boiler Bilges or not. And I think I do. Mostly because if we draw a land, we can still play Baloth next turn and get something. So I think we just do this. Shoot you. Can't attack or block unless they have 8 or more things in the yard. That's nice. Oh, now this is special. This could just be ball game here. Wow. How do we want to go about this even? So we use 3, so really use 2. Leaves us 5. I can also protect the thing. Alright, so... Man, as much as I want to play Baloth here, I don't think I'm going to. I think Baloth is the wrong choice. Let's get green, I guess. I could play one of these. And I'd get a mana back, and we still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think we try to do this first. Because if that succeeds, then we're probably in good shape anyway. I was thinking maybe if we drew an untapped land, I might play that first, and then just leave this up for 2 mana. Why do I feel like they're just going to bounce everything back to our hand? All this might be just to load our hand up with cards and do nothing else, which is funny. Alright, I'm just going to go with this. See what the opponent does. I'm not going to pay the extra in case they have another removal spell and I need to use the other card. So I'm just going to do that. Okay, they didn't have anything else. Alright, cool. Yeah, I feel like there was just a bunch of removal there in their hand. So as long as we could block some of it, that was the biggest thing. But yeah, that was a weird game. Well, this feels like a pretty easy mulligan. This is only marginally better than the last hand. I don't even know if it is actually better, to be honest. This might be one where we just have to eat the ugly loss. Sure, you got it. Wow. Yeah, we're just dead here. Like, there's no reason to even get too worked up here. I'd be shocked if we do anything remotely competitive at this point. Yeah, I assume that's what we're going to be seeing here. Then they'll play the Pixie, and they'll pick up one of those, and blah, blah, blah. Yeah. I mean, it's nothing too crazy. I mean, maybe we find a mana thing? Nope, we didn't. We're genuinely doing nothing here. You got it. Alright, yeah, we didn't even find land. Alright, well, that's easy. GG's. Like, that hand was bad after Mulligan and got worse. Alright, let's see if Llanowar lives. It's kind of what this is banking on. Doesn't look like he's going to make it. Oh, there's a Manifold Mouse. I guess we do make it. Huh. Well, I mean, we got to get our mana where we can. Can we do anything with 5 mana next turn? Not really. I mean, really, if our Llanowar Elf dies, we're still kind of wrecked here. Whew. Honestly, I was way more worried about them getting our Llanowar Elf. Real talk. Way more concerned about that. I mean, I assume we block, they pump. Like, how much do we care? Trying to think, like, any of these coming down next turn really is only going to be this, so that doesn't do enough. No blocks. It's probably just a rage anyway. Yeah. If we get an untapped land, there's a world where we could play Trailblazer, double block, protect things. So that actually counts for something here. Let's go ahead and get the mountain, because there's a chance we might need that. But I'm actually going to tap the Llanowar Elf here. Play this. Get green, pass, do nothing. Oh, they're going to kill our Trailblazer here. Okay, cool. Alright, so this is the only way I think we could potentially prevent enough max damage. So we block. Pay that. So while that does get larger, not able to punch past our creatures. No trample damage. Oh, they do still have trample. Forgot, because they have the enchantment. Alright, we get to search for a land, and now our life total gets to go back the other direction. Yeah, whoo, that was tough. Okay, maybe this is something. We both have an elf. Don't know how this is going to work out, but we'll see. Obviously, Worldwagon's probably our play here. And they have white mana, and they're playing Vault. What is going on over there? Alright, well, we'll have access to some things next turn if we feel we need them. With either Sure Shot or Boiler Bilges. They have their own Worldwagon. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know what's happening, but they're ramping like crazy, so we'll see. This is a very strange scenario. I think I'm going to go ahead and play this. Go get Forest, since that's all we can get. Play this Duder. Go ahead and attack for everything we can get in there here. Alright, they're at 14. I mean, we could also get swung back on by their Worldwagon here. If they play a creature. Oh no, you know what's funny? If they use a demolition field on our land, we don't have another mountain. So we won't be able to cast our Boiler Bilges. That's actually super bad for us. They probably don't know that, obviously, but that's tough. Okay, we got a little lucky there. If we want to tap our Llanowar Elf. I think I do just so I can put Coppercoat or Copperline Gorge down. So let's just go ahead and pay full price. Target this. Crew this. Go to attacks. Shoot the opponent for 4. Alright, cool. Let's mulligan. Alright, we can keep this. Do you have removal spell for Llanowar Elf? They do not. Okay. That's something. Scoundrel. I won't be blocking that, obviously. Ah, rare that you actually see them put the counter on it, but they did. Let's go here. They might waste a removal there. Or rage past our Scrap Gorger or something. Oh, Cruelclaw. That's a real issue. That's like not even a joke of how big of an issue that is. If I do this, I get a point back. I have to tap both the other things. I get a card, but that's not really enough to be worth it. Yeah, I think we just lose to their Cruelclaw here, sadly. I'm just going to set ourselves up to have a shot if we draw something. But we literally have to draw Smuggler Surprise. And we have to hit. So, I mean, we're just going to take a dumb amount of damage. They get some big thing for free here. Eaten alive. To be fair, that could have been a lot worse. Like, if this is all that happens, that's kind of okay. Like, obviously we don't love it, but could have been a lot worse. Yep, unless you get your Deuter back. Makes sense. Okay. That's something. So, we play this. Then this. I mean, we get a mana that doesn't matter. We just get to go Cruelclaw, which is what's important. Alright, that's a start to get back on track. I mean, the sad part is they can just kill Terror of the Peaks, attack. We have crappy blocks, and then they just get Cruelclaw back again, which is probably what's going to happen here. Oh, interesting. They didn't just pay? You can just pay the full cost for that, right? Yeah, you could have just paid 5. Yeah, we'll take 3 and you get a dude back. Oh, we needed that to not be a land. If it was land, at least let it be an untapped land. Would have been great. Alright, well, if you're drawing bad, you're drawing bad. Oh my gosh. So we've drawn one non-mana dude this game. Like, that's tough. Yeah, I mean, sure. The only way we're maybe not dead is if we get... Yeah, I don't even know. Yeah, I'm just letting them kill me. I mean, I could have chump blocked something, but it's not even worth it. Ooh, we're on the draw. I'm going to mulligan. I was going to say, hopefully we just find something more reasonable to play there. I have the superior Llanowar Elf because you can see 2 swords on mine. Bristly Bill. Great. Yeah, there's a chance they can just get moving faster than we're going to be able to do anything about here. No attacks. Okay. I mean, at least it wasn't the Hydra. That could have been worse. But we need to draw an untapped red source here. to have a real shot. Yep. Okay, that'll help. We'll take every little bit of help we can get here. Actually, damn, I say that, but I kind of want to just kill Bristly Bill here too, because... that's tough. I think I have to, and this makes me sad. But there's a world where if we don't, we lose the window to be able to kill it. Like, if something went on their turn where they played, like, multiple lands, or, like, they play a land, search for a land, or they just pump up everything, like, we wouldn't have been able to kill it. Oh, they're going to kill our boiler bilges? They highlighted it a couple times. Funny thing is, we actually don't mind if that dies. We're okay with that. Ooh, Baloth. That, if this lives, big if it lives, this is pretty spectacular with the Terror of the Peaks here. Yeah, I didn't think it was gonna. I was like, there was a chance, but I was like, nah, probably doesn't. Enough so that I considered playing Terror of the Peaks there, just because of the value we could get from the other dude, but we're gonna go here. Wait, doesn't this tap for mana of any color? No, it only taps for colorless. Oh, my bad. Alright, and this thing gets to put a counter on it, and you reveal and put a land into play. Alright, we need something good here. I mean, we can cast everything, so we just need to draw a non-mana thing, effectively. Yep. And if you attack, I won't block. And then I'll be a turn from dead. Like, this is an all upside attack here, because if I go to 4, yeah, exactly, it makes my blocks awful next turn. Alright. Here's hoping. We need something good off the top. You know what? That'll do nicely. That'll do real nicely. And then we make a 4/4. Pick this one off. I'll just make the 4/4 now. Take the action, pick this off. And then we're just going to attack. I guess I could have shot the opponent for 6, for 4, got 6, 4, 8, 14. We'd have been 19. We wouldn't have killed them anyway. Dang, close though. Oh, looks like we stole one. Yeah, GG's. Nice. Just gonna hit the opponent. It doesn't really matter what we do otherwise here. Go attacking. Shoot the opponent. They can block whatever they want here. We don't care. Yep. Still don't mind. Because we can do this. And just pick off the 1/1. And then just shoot the opponent next turn with this guy. Oh, wait. Did I have enough to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8? No, I was 1 short. I was 2 short, actually. I needed 11. Okay. But yeah, this is a good example of, like, you only see this stuff at Mythic, it feels like. I don't ever see cards like this. Maybe rarely. at the lower levels. Maybe at like actual bronze, you know, but yeah, Mythic's a weird spot. Yes, this is a tough one because I don't feel like I got a real good test out of the deck for two reasons. One, playing at Mythic, we just run into a lot of weird cards and weird decks because I feel like once people have already reached Mythic, they just start goofing off and playing whatever, because unless you're going to compete to be in the top 1200 or whatever so you can qualify for the end of season tournament, you're not really doing anything else, right? You're just playing stuff because you're going to get the same reward as everybody else at that point. The other issue is we did have some weird luck drawing like all the mana creatures or all the top end or whatever. So we lacked some consistency there with some weird draws, and that just happens sometimes. But yeah, this is a good example of why sometimes I feel like the videos that should be more valuable to you are actually the ones at like platinum and diamond, because those are more likely to be the decks you run into compared to the ones that you're seeing most at Mythic. At least that's been my experience. But either way, the deck still works. Worldwagon's actually a pretty big benefit to the deck, so that's really cool. And if you're looking to update it and play it, I say go for it. But y'all know the drill. Link will be down in the description. You could try it for yourself. Hopefully you get some better luck. And don't forget to check out Tales of Adventure and use code DRAGN, DRAGN. And watch another video on the channel. And watch it all the way through because that helps. But that's all I have for now. We'll see you next time.